Winter weather advisories announced along the West Coast and Pacific Northwest.
A local newsroom is reacting to a national death.
And how Moscow residents are feeling about rent increasing. Coming up on Murrow, News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
And I'm Daniela Julio Cano.
And I'm Damon Alvarado, and guys, it is cold outside. My family was sending me videos from the LA area of it hailing. My grandparents on a road trip back from Vegas, and there was like this snowstorm.
That was SoCal.
Yes.
That's wild. You know, up in north central Cal, Sacramento area, we're having the same kind of weather. That's what my parents were saying. And yesterday, I was probably about 5 minutes away from having to cut my hands off because of frostbite.
Right, cold.
Yeah.
Well, I myself am used to this weather, so I'm sorry you guys are going through this, but today I did walk out with my hair wet and my hair was crunching up because of the cold. Now we will send it over to Celine to see how our students are faring on campus.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. As you can see, I am on campus right now and we found a pocket of snow. As we all know and love, we do have those heated sidewalks on campus, but if you run into downtown Pullman tonight or anywhere off campus, most likely it's going to look like this because unfortunately, we don't have heated sidewalks in every corner of Pullman. I wish we did too. What a luxury that would be. And I wanted to talk to some students today and see how they were feeling with the snow. One kid I spoke with told me that he skipped 2 of his classes today because he just couldn't bear it, even though it was just about an inch today. And another student I spoke with told me that if she could have skipped her classes, she would have. Also, there must be something going around on campus because 3 students I spoke with told me that there are fewer students in their classes, and they do think that is partly because of the snow, but more so they think it's because people are getting sick and needing to stay home and nice and dry in their rooms. So I'm gonna send it back to you guys in the studio, hopefully where it's warmer. Reporting here in Pullman, I'm Celine Arif.
Thanks, Celine, and students, I completely understand how you're feeling. Damien, is the weather gonna be looking up from now on?
Yeah, Danny, that wind advisory is set to last tomorrow till 9 a.m. And as we look at your 2-day forecast for today and tomorrow, when you woke up this morning about 6:39 a.m., things were a little bit chilly. Today's high was a high of 19 and a low of 11. But with those high wind speeds of about 14 to 23 miles per hour, it dropped things to make it feel a little bit about like 11 degrees. Nighttime, 5:25 sunset, and if we look into tomorrow, we see just a little increase in temperature, a high of 28, low of 15. Things get sunny, and then into the nighttime skies, it'll be a little bit clearer. Sunrise at 6:38 a.m. and mile per hour wind 6 to 10 miles per hour. I'm going to send it back to the desk with Alex.
All right, thanks, Damien. Times have been hard for many during the pandemic recovery, and for some at the Palouse Hills community, it's only about to get worse. Elizabeth Comfort moved here with her dog and husband. Elizabeth Comfort moved here with her dog and husband a year ago and hoping to put down roots in Moscow. But after a privately owned company purchased hers and 3 other mobile communities, that may not be in her future anymore.
Raising probably $20 or $30, I think. But what's more worrying is that they could continue to raise it. So it's not that much, but when you start to think on it, like, you know, over the course of a year, if you add $30 every month, that ends up being a lot more money.
Adding one more financial burden to her future.
The Gritman Medical Center is being expanded. This expansion will increase access to services at the medical office, making it easier for patients to receive their care all in one place. The expansion will include doubling the space for the patient care clinic, Palouse Oncology, and Gritman Infusion Services. The center will also be updating and creating state-of-the-art homes for Palouse Neurology and Gritman's Interventional Pain Clinic. According to Gritman's president and CEO, Kara Best, she hopes that through the expansion, it will provide easier access to specialty services and fewer need to travel out of the area.
Well, Cougs, we are officially halfway through the semester, and it's time for some graduation reminders. All graduating seniors must apply for the degrees by March 3rd and RSVP their spot on commencement night by April 3rd. The bookie will also be holding a 2-day grad fair starting on March 21st.
WSU scientists have been conducting research in order to develop a safer drug dosing standards for underrepresented populations like pregnant women, children, and Native Americans. These research assets are everyone's chemical makeup is different, and certain proteins like UGT2B17 affect how drugs are metabolized in the body. They hope that this research will change the FDA guidelines on clinical trials for drug development.
Coming up, a national story that hits close to home.
And why it impacts the KXLY newsroom a little harder. We will have more for you when we come back.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Yesterday, 3 were killed in Orlando. The 19-year-old suspect initially shot a 38-year-old man, fled the scene, and then returned to shoot 4 more people, killing a 9-year-old girl and journalist Dylan Lyons.
It's also hard, I think, for journalists today to realize, like, it's really scary when we see somebody that is doing the work that we're doing is killed doing his job. That is, we have somebody in our newsroom who knew this young man, and so we're trying to support her, reminding people that if you feel weird in a situation, if something doesn't seem right, please speak up or just get out of there, and then we'll deal with it later. You know, this young man was killed doing his job. We got to go out and do our jobs today. That's the best way you honor something like this, is you continue the work that you know is important.
Currently, the suspect is in custody, but his motive is unknown.
Although the new James Webb Space Telescope has spotted galaxies dating back to within 300 million years of the beginning of the universe, take a look at your screen. What you are seeing is what astronomers have newly discovered to be a massive galaxies dating back to within 600 million years of the Big Bang. Each of the 6 objects looks to weigh billions of times more than our sun. According to the AP News, the astronomers thought that they had a mistake because the objects were so big and bright. Well, Damien, will we have any clear skies coming up to see these stars?
Yeah, no, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have clear skies going into tomorrow, but we're going to look at your state map just to start at Olympia on the west side. Some of that rain went away, and you have 35, high of 35, low of 20. Same with Seattle, and we look into central Washington, Yakima area, a high of 23, and the snow is on the eastern side, so the Tri-Cities, high of 28, and then you look into the Spokane area, lows 16 and 19 for Pullman. Some of that snow is going to come in into tomorrow night, and we're going to look at your 5-day forecast, and we'll see going into tomorrow and Saturday, sunny conditions, high of 37 for Saturday, low of 24. Sunday and Monday and Tuesday is when the snow is coming back in, and some of those highs will be a high of 40 on Monday, low of 27, and a high of 39 and a low of 22 with a chance of snow. As I mentioned, things are still going to be a little cold because of that wind advisory, but sending it back to the desk with the team.
All right, thanks, Damian. The Cougar men's basketball team is looking to keep their 3-game winning streak alive against this Pac-12 opponent.
And the swim team is at the Pac-12 Swim and Dive Championships. We'll give you a live update on their standings next on Murrow News 8.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
The WSU swim team has taken the pools of the Pac-12 Conference Championships this week. After day one, the 200-yard medley and the 800-yard freestyle relay teams leave WSU in 7th place overall. Today, the team competed in the 500-yard freestyle, the 200-yard IM, and the 50-yard freestyle relays. Currently, Noelle Harvey, Lauren Wiley, and Dory Hodhosey all qualified in the 500-yard freestyle race. Emily Lundgren was the only Coug to qualify in the 200-yard IM race. Unfortunately, none of the 7 Cougs who competed in the 50-yard freestyle will be moving on to the finals. There are still 2 more days left of the big meet, with 9 more races for the Cougs to qualify in. The WSU men's basketball team will play on the road at the Stanford Cardinal tonight at 8 p.m. The Cougs enter the game with a 13-15 record, while Stanford enters the game at 11-16. With the Cougars having 3 games left in the season, including tonight's game, the Cougs sit 7th in the Pac-12 standings. A win tonight could set up big momentum for the final 2 games against UW and California, which would lead them into the Pac-12 tournament. WSU most likely needs to make a good run or win the Pac-12 tournament to make the March Madness tournament. The WSU women's basketball team plays the number 17 ranked UCLA Bruins tonight on the road at 9 p.m. The Cougs enter the game with a 2-game winning streak and a record of 18-9. UCLA enters the game with a 21-7 record. While Wazoo is 7th in the Pac-12 standings, they are looking like a lock in the March Madness tournament as long as they keep this momentum going into the Pac-12 tournament. At least 1 win in the Pac-12 tournament would be very helpful for the Cougs as well. WSU has 2 games left in the season, tonight's game against UCLA and Saturday against USC.
All right, thanks, Austin, for those sports updates. We'll be right back on Murrow News 8.
Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
And as always, good night and good luck.